All right, so just got here to Lima, Peru. Got my boy that came to pick me up. Hey, what's up?
Hey, yo.
The airport is right there, across the street. We literally just crossed the street, come over from the airport. Chaotic, hectic, fast-paced. Yeah, I'm holding on to shit and we're gonna make this happen.
The airport is located in the colonial historic port section of Callao, a part of Lima known as Peru's gateway by boat since colonial times, now aerolinearly linking the nation to the rest of the world. But tonight is about family.
Okay, so my first home-cooked Peruvian meal. Don't mind the Cheetos, that's something different. Ooh, this is gonna be so good.
I was truly touched to be part of the family celebration. Callao was fantastic because I got to see a part of town that truly wasn't on my radar, and I got to experience it with the local. Lima is home to over 10 million people, making it one of the largest cities in the Americas. Peru's currency is the sol, the perfect amalgamation of ancient heritage and modern stability. Its most notable indigenous groups are the Quechua and the Aymara peoples, whose language, traditions, and worldview continue to shape the city. Every country has a political climate that shifts over time. Just look at the United States. As a visitor, it is important for you to understand a nation's political standings before you arrive.
Then again, sometimes you see on the news like some racial stuff happens. It happened this week. In the middle of so many other problems, another incident like that happened, like a racial hate stuff. And we were like, damn, it's like, what, still again? Well, basically, like the majority of people from Lima are or came from the mountains. Literally, like 90% of our population is native looking. And discrimination is a thing that happens, no? Insults, like, yeah.
Towards the mountain people.
Exactly, or people like from like native or mountains like features, you know, and insults that go there. No.
While global trade tensions have strained relationships all around the world, Peru remains safe, stable, and has its challenges just like any other country in the world. Soon after that, I met up with my boy Winder.
Aquí estamos en el Centro Cívico de Lima. Lima Civic Center.
Built in the 17th century, the church and monastery of San Francisco of Lima is an iconic landmark. I heard of the catacombs under Paris, but was unaware of the ones here. Lima's neighborhoods have so much to offer. Here are the top 5 hoods of Lima. Pueblo Libre. Pueblo Libre is the authentic traditional heart of the people. Traditional taverns, museums, and local life defines this neighborhood. Old-fashioned, friendly, and inviting. San Isidro. San Isidro is the power center of Lima. Elegant, green, and refined. Embassies, financial hubs, and quiet residential streets blend seamlessly with ancient ruins like Huaca Hayamarca. This is where historic and modern life coexist with tranquility. Centro Histórico. This is the historic center of Lima's beginning. Grand plazas, Baroque churches, and colonial architecture tell the story of the city's colonial past. Barranco. Barranco is the artistic heart of the city. Bohemian and unapologetically romantic, this is the home of the poets, painters, and musicians, murals, and nostalgic vibes. Miraflores. Miraflores is where the city meets the sea. Walkable ocean views by manicured parks with a cosmopolitan flow. Cliffside sunsets, world-class dining, cafes, and nightlife. There you go, those are the top hoods in Lima, Peru. One of my roommates in New York City is Peruvian. And yes, that's roommates as in plural, because how else do you think that millennials can live in New York City right about now, huh? Yo, the struggle continues. I head out to meet his family in Ica, which is 5 hours away from Lima. Luckily, Peru has one of the most extensive transportation networks in South America, specializing in luxurious long-distance coaches connecting cities with surprising comfort and efficiency.
Okay, so these streets are hectic. First of all, Uber doesn't work. Culture shock. Uber does not work in this town. So, I mean, there were no cars around at all whatsoever. So, had to get a taxi. Now, the thing is, which taxis? You have regional taxis that go from section to section. Then you have taxis that just stay on one road and go up and down all day. I'm learning this. I just learned this right now. And I finally just got on one of the little tricycle things. Feel like I'm in a go-kart. Yeah, it's a lot of honking, so you don't know which car is gonna take you where. Who needs traffic lights?
That right there, that was a love tap from another driver, which reminded me of a previous conversation with my boy Wallace.
If you don't get in a traffic accident, it's all fun. Everybody will say that we have very bad drivers. But here's my question: are they really bad if they like drive like crazy, but they don't have accidents? They are good drivers. Meet like foreigners, they say that. Okay,
Jumped in the middle of the street.
In most places, towns outside of major cities just don't have traffic lights. But over here, it's a game of chicken. But I made it safe and sound to Ica, the land of pisco and huacachino. I make it to my friend's mom's house, whom happens to be one of the city's top caterers, and she made an epic meal for me. I'm talking about gastronomy. The reason I'm so excited, I'm always excited about food, but the reason I'm so excited about food here is because Peru has one of the most exciting gastronomical scenes in the world. What makes Peruvian gastronomy so unique is its blend of indigenous, African, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese fusion. Peru is home to over 4,000 different varieties of native potatoes cultivated in the Andean highlands. These potatoes come in a vast range of colors, shapes, and textures, representing the greatest potato diversity in the world. Here are the top 5 foods you got to try in Peru. Buchamanca. Nothing says Andean like this native and artisanal way of cooking food on and in the ground, with its seductive and smoky flavor that connects you while honoring the earth. Ají de gallina, Peruvian comfort food, sauteed chicken, amarillo pepper paste, local cheeses in a delectable stew that offers comfort and complexity. Anticuchos, unique Peruvian street food at its finest. Tender grilled beef hearts with African spices that melt in your mouth. Lomo saltado, beef tenderized in soy sauce and Asian spices stir-fried with the vegetables in high heat to a mouth-watering perfection. Ceviche. This world favorite is a proud art form that stems from its traditional indigenous past to its now contemporary metropolitan flair.
And the whole family, we're gonna go out. Say hi, Berkay. Say hola. Hola. Mira, Junito, mira lo que tengo aquí. Una La pasen en baby. Bye. They're so sweet. Oh man. I had such a beautiful time with them. Now I'm gonna go take a shower and get dressed for dinner and meet up with some other new friends. I'm loving Peru.
I thought I was gonna go to Huacachino and sand surf. That's not gonna happen. I'm on the floor. I had a good time last night. A few pisco sours, some dancing, and my back said, uh-uh. Oh man.
All right, so I'm back in Lima. Thank God for businesses that are smart enough to have an account with WhatsApp so that they can receive international calls, because those are the ones that get my money right away. Acupuncture done. I feel so much better. And then I got a haircut. I feel fresh and I feel clean. I'm ready to go. And now I'm heading to a dinner party, so it's turning out to be a really good day. All in all, a great day with Peruvians, Limans, people from Lima. I guess that's what they're called, Limans. I know in Spanish son limeños. Just a great day. These people are easygoing. Can't drive for shit. I gotta say, like, this is crazy. Even when you're crossing the street, I gotta think 2 and 3 times. And I'm from the Bronx, bro. It's like that. But architecture is stunning. The light here is absolutely captivating, and I'm having a great time over here. This is definitely a city that I would want to come back to, and I intend to. But there's still a lot more to explore, so let's keep going.
My new friends Anna Sophia and Will hosted a quiet party for me to meet their friends. You know how that went. I made it a point to hit up the hood of Miraflores for its nightlife. I wanted to see what Lima had to offer. And boy, it did not disappoint. No pretense, just vibrant, varied, and very exciting.
Okay, this is a waka. It's one of the many wakas we have here. A waka would be an archaeological pyramid-like thing that we have that is non-Inca, that is pre-Inca. We had so many civilizations way before Inca. Incas are Machu Picchu and all this stuff. This is a funny city because in this city you could find wakas, like pyramids around the city, and the city was built around it.
So this site used to extend all the way back there to where you see the Heineken building is. So the site right now is only a third of what it used to be. All right, so it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I am getting ready to go to the airport, and damn, baby, Lima, I love you. Such a beautiful and vibrant city. I didn't know you were so metropolitan. I didn't know that you had so many experiences to offer. And Peru in general, you need at least 2 weeks. There is so much here to explore. The people that I met have been amazing. The gastronomy. Wow. Everything just has this extra layer of flavor. But really, it's about the people. The people that I met here have been absolutely fascinating. I didn't know that Lima was such a metropolitan city, and I had no clue that Peru itself had so much to offer. I'm definitely coming back. Lima, thank you.
I make it to my friend's mom's house, whom happens to be one of the city's best caterers, and she had it spread out for me. That came out wrong. Let's go.